Hello, lovely people. Hope you're well. My name is Callum, and we are Team Kopish. And welcome to the first edition of the Summer Daily News Show for the summer. Hope you're well. As always, guys, when we get behind this mic, all we ask for is a subscribe, comment, and like. So please do that, people. And yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. The boys are having a break, a well-earned rest. And it's very exciting to be a Liverpool fan. Whether you agree or disagree with who we're bringing in, who we're linked with, it's an exciting time. Now, obviously, we didn't achieve what we wanted to ultimately at the end of the season. Still had a very good season, though. Don't let the rivals tell you any different. But, as man like Matt says, we move. And for the first topic of the show, nowhere else to start but this man. Mr. Nunez seems like it's imminent to Liverpool. Benfica have released a statement saying they have agreed that the transfer fee. So it almost seems like it's just a matter of time before Liverpool announce it. And you know what? I'm all for it. Maybe he's not the player I wanted originally. Maybe he's not the player that I think we should get. But what do we ask for as fans? We ask for Liverpool to go out and sign the players that Jurgen Klopp wants, or sign the players that Liverpool Football Club need. We need a striker. This is the player that Jurgen Klopp seems to want. I'm behind it. I'm going to support the kid. Do I think it's going to work out? Have absolutely no idea. But again, I'm going to ask you, how many signings has the club made that haven't worked out in recent years? Not many. So you might not be on the Nunez boat. You might not be on the Nunez train. But guys, we better get to the station at least, because if this boy comes in and starts doing what Jurgen Klopp wants him to do, it could be a special thing at Liverpool. Now, obviously, no announcement has been made by the club. The club have removed their pinned tweet, which usually means something is coming. So we're not going to do anything confirming it, saying it's definitely happened yet, until we see him, holding the shirt or doing the Axel lean, formerly known as the Melwood lean, or until Liverpool Football Club announce it themselves. But as things look, it looks as though it's imminent. So I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Obviously, news sort of broke in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Are you happy with the signing? But also, I want to know, how many goals do you think he'll get in the Premier League? And how many goals do you think he needs to get in the Premier League for him to be considered a success this season? Obviously, context goes out the window because we can't predict what's happening in the future. But I'd love to hear those thoughts. So 3 questions to answer. Your thoughts on the transfer. How many goals do you think he'll get in the Premier League? And how many goals do you think he needs to get in the Premier League for him to be considered a first season success? Right, so now let's move on to the man who he effectively seems to be coming in to replace, Mr. Sadio, the main man, Mane. Now, this one hurts. We all love Sadio Mane, all love what he's done for the club. Has he split opinion over the last year on whether he should be a starter or not? Absolutely, but absolutely he should have been. His form wasn't great when he was on the left wing. But when he moved to centre forward, amazing. Nothing short of amazing. And his contribution for his club and country from January to the end of the season was absolutely amazing, and we will never forget as Liverpool fans. However, he does seem like he wants a new challenge. It does seem like he wants to go to Bayern Munich. However, the deal seems like it's up in the air a little bit. Their head of, or I think it's their CEO, came out and said they are going to be looking in the market for several attacking options and potential alternatives to Mane. I take that with a pinch of salt. Liverpool do this all the time. We go in for someone that we want, we make it public, and then the club starts to play hardball, and we say, right, we're going to move on to other targets. Did it with Jamal Lewis a couple of seasons back, and we've done it countless times. The difference with this is I genuinely believe the player wants to go to Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich want the player. Liverpool know this. They're not stupid. However, they are not going to be lowballed. Sadio Mane is still a world-class footballer. So regardless of him having a 1 year left on his contract, we still need to recoup a good amount of money for him, and something that's fair for both parties. Now, this side of football is the business side. So I can't get mad at Bayern Munich for trying to lowball us. Let's be honest. We are Liverpool Football Club. Lowballing is our thing. But one thing we have seen is when we do sell a player, we usually get good value for that player. And I don't think Sadio Mane will be any different. I do think he'll leave. I can't see us letting him run his contract down, especially if Mo potentially runs his contract down and Bobby. Don't see that happening. But I do think this will be dragged out a little longer than some of us expected. I don't think we'll see him featuring pre-season. I think it'll be done by then. But look, obviously we'll chop this up later in the Monday Night Live show, but Mane's contribution to Liverpool will never be forgotten, can never be understated. In my opinion, he leaves being one or second in terms of best left wingers to ever play for the club. It's between him and John Barnes. Let's make no bones about it. But with regards to Sadio Mane moving to Bayern Munich, it's going to hurt, but it has to happen. Sometimes in football, change has to happen. We might not like it, but we're here now. And if he does move on, wish him all the best of luck. But just make sure Liverpool Football Club, you get the value for the player. But you know what? I'm talking to the choir. Liverpool Football Club do what they do in the transfer market. I have no doubts there. Moving on to the third topic. It is Mr. Calvin Ramsay. Now, it seemed as though this deal had been done for a few weeks now. However, talks have come out saying that Aberdeen actually want 5 million up front and a further, if I can speak, a further 3.5 million pounds in add-ons, taking a complete deal to 8.5 million. Now, when we were first sort of hearing about this, we were told that the deal would be around 5 million, including add-ons. So this is a big jump. Now, again, before anyone goes crazy and says, let's just get the player, 8.5 million for Liverpool Football Club is not a lot of money. Let's make no bones about it. In fact, it's a tenth of what we're going to spend on Darwin Nunez should we activate all of his add-ons. But that doesn't mean you just overpay for a player. Calvin Ramsay looks really good. We're not going to sit here as Liverpool fans either and say, yeah, we watch the Scottish League inside and out. Shout out to Saint LFC TV and shout out to Conroy, who actually do watch Scottish football quite a lot as they live in Scotland. And they both vouched for the kid and said he's really good and that he'll add a different dimension to Liverpool. Will he come in and challenge Trent straight away? I doubt it. But we need cover in that position. Obviously, Klopp doesn't necessarily trust Conor Bradley to be that player yet. Nico seems like he wants to move on. So you go and get someone who could fill in that position. I do think we'll wrap this transfer up. However, and I say a big however, if we don't, I still expect us to sign another right back. It's clear that we need someone in that position. All the stats and the figures show that Trent really did take a dip at the end of the season with his form. And it's to be expected. The guy was running to the ground and played a stupid amount of minutes, as Jamrock on the Friday night show pointed out. We have to change that. We have to have someone who can come in, deputise for Trent and allow him to have that rest. And Calvin Ramsay could be that guy. But as I said previously, I don't think Liverpool will be held by the balls on this one. If they don't find value in what Aberdeen want, I think they'll move on to other targets. And if they do, it'll be interesting to see who we go for. So I want to ask you guys in the comments another question. If Calvin Ramsay's deal doesn't go through, which right back realistically, and I'm saying realistically even though I'm shameless because I want Joshua Kimmich, but obviously I know that's not going to happen, or maybe Julian Ward, you want to swap Kimmich with Mane, but I'm just throwing that out there. But all jokes aside, let me know in the comments below, if we don't get Calvin Ramsay, who would you like to see come in to deputise or challenge, should I say, Trent in that right back position to allow him to have some rest, but also for us to rotate in the squad. Very intrigued to hear your thoughts and opinions on that one, guys. But that brings us to the end of this particular edition of the Summer Transfer Show. Please do smash the like button if you haven't already. Do leave your comments and do subscribe to the channel if you're new. But most importantly, turn on notifications and spread the word. As I said, we are going to be back for the Monday Night Live show tonight around 7. That's UK time. You may even see us before then if the Nunez deal actually goes through and news breaks. But as always, thank you for your support. Hope you enjoyed the show. Till we see you next time. Stay safe, stay blessed. My name is Callum. We are Team Kopish, and we're out, people. Take care.